everyone, welcome to Evie's Toy House, and today I have Rainbow Dash here, and we're going to customize her into a custom from the Miraculous Ladybug. So we're going to be making her into Timebreaker, and Timebreaker is a villain in Miraculous Ladybug, and she has the ability to travel through time. And Timebreaker wears this really cool pair of rollerblades, so I think it is quite fitting for Rainbow Dash. Alright, let's get started. First, we're going to start by taking off Rainbow Dash's hair. We won't be needing her hair at all because Timebreaker wears a helmet. So this is actually quite difficult to do, so if you're doing this at home, make sure to get your parents to help you. Now that the hair is off, we're going to put a large piece of air dry clay here. So we smooth it across her forehead and start shaping it at the back into the shape of a helmet. Next, we're going to trim the front so that it's even. And then add the bottom piece of the helmet. And now for the front of the helmet. I made some temporary eye patches so that I can see where to put the rest of the clay. And I'm going to blend a piece of clay down to her nose. So this piece will connect with the visor later on. Alright, now that we've made a helmet very aerodynamic, we're going to cut some slits into it. Next, we're going to paint her face a flesh color. So I'm going to paint her entire face because the visor is going to be see-through and you're going to be able to see her face. Now we're going to paint her helmet. Her helmet is a dark silver, so we're going to paint it all over dark silver. And in the back here is dark red. I'm also going to paint her eyes blue. To make the visor, I'm going to use resin, and this is because resin is clear. So I'm going to mix a tiny bit of green into the resin to tint it light green. Now I'm just going to pour the resin on the flat surface. So I just have a little tray here and I'm just going to pour it and just let it kind of settle down flat. And when it dries, it'll be thin enough that I can actually cut it with my scissors. So with a sheet of resin, I'm going to cut 2 teardrops. And now attach the visor pieces to her helmet with some glue. So this is really cool because it is actually pretty flexible. So when I put it on her helmet, I can actually mold it into the shape of her helmet. Using some clay, I'm going to smooth down her bottom so that it blends in with her outfit. For her body, I'm going to paint the green portion of her body first. And this is so that it shows up a little bit better than if I start with the darker color first. For the boots, I'm going to use some white paint to cover up the color. So for the rollerblades, I'm going to be using moldable plastic. So this is called Instamorph and it is really cool. It's reusable, it's really strong, and it's non-toxic. So all I have to do is pour it into a cup of hot water, wait for it to turn clear, and now it is soft and moldable. So once it cools down completely, it'll be super hard again. So I'm going to start first by making the wheels of the rollerblades. And then I'm going to make a short connecting piece that'll connect to the bottom of the boots. And because the plastic is still warm, I can actually attach the wheels to the base and they'll stick. Next, we're going to finish painting the body. So we're going to work on the silver portions of her body here. And once that's done, let's work on the boots. So her boots has this power indicator that's kind of a rainbow color. So it's red, orange, yellow, and green. So I'm going to start painting that with a number of colors. It's not going to be exact. I'm just going to blend it a little bit. Once the colors are in, I'm going to paint the rest of the boot black. And we're also going to paint the wheels. And finally, we're going to put a little timer on her chest. Alright you guys, so here is my Timebreaker from Miraculous Ladybug. What do you think? So this was actually a really complicated custom. I used the air dry clay for her helmet, the resin for the front shield part, and also the multiple plastic for her rollerblades. But I think the effect turned out to be pretty good. I really like the way you can see her eyes through the little resin piece, and since the resin is so thin, I could actually mold it so that it fits the curve of the helmet. I did use super glue to glue it, and I did kind of glue my finger also. But overall it's holding really good, and it looks great because you can see that it's kind of shaped to the helmet. I also really like the moldable plastic. This is the first time I'm using it, and it's actually really easy to use. It dries a little bit faster than air dry clay, so I think I'll be using a little bit more of it in the future customs. So down here are her skates, and as you can see, this is totally ramped up so that she can actually go back in time. And I did add a little symbol here on her shirt, which I thought was really cool. The little timer on her shirt, and she has all these little green pieces on her outfit. So I think her outfit looks pretty good. It doesn't have as much details as the actual character, but since her legs are so short here. Alright, so let me know down below in the comment section what you think of my Timebreaker. And I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!